Hi everyone, Anthony here with the My Peep Show podcast. Before you listen to the interview, I wanted to give you two quick things about the interview. On occasion, you'll hear some little 1-second hiccups throughout it. I think that was because of the connection. It really isn't that dramatic on some of them. There's one instance where I asked her about doing the conventions, and it kind of hiccups during the word convention. So if you hear that and it gets you a little lost, sorry about that. I believe it was just because we were doing, obviously that's some of the problems that you have sometimes when you do interviews over Skype. I could have probably redone the interview, but I just figured, you know, it would have taken the authenticity out of the questions for Jo. She was more than willing to do it if I wanted to, but I just didn't want to do that. I wanted to just post it as it is. So, you know, like I said, I do apologize for that, but I wanted to keep it authentic. And, you know, hopefully in the future I won't be such an issue. And this is really the first time I believe that that's kind of been a problem. But like I said, it's only on occasion that you may hear those little 1-second hiccups. So I do apologize for that. And secondly, though, I wanted to say Jo did such a great job in this interview. I so appreciate her taking the time to do this. She had to stay up late to do this interview because there's a 6-hour difference between America and England. And she did so awesome. And I had such a fun time with this. And so make sure you guys check her out on her Facebook fan page at Jo Stroud, J-O-S-T-R-O-U-D. Make sure I get that right. And also check her out on Etsy as well. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy the interview, and thanks for listening. Bye.
My peeps. My peeps. You and me. 1, 2, 3. My peeps. My peeps. 1, 2, 3. You and me.
Hi everyone, welcome to the My Peep Show podcast. I am Anthony, and we've gone international now. This is so awesome. My guest today is the very awesome and very talented Jo Stroud. Jo, thank you so much for doing this.
Hi, thank you for asking me.
Absolutely. So, okay, I will set a little backstory to how I found out about you, Jo. Last year, my friends from the Countdown to Geektown podcast we're having a little contest to give away some of your artwork, which you so graciously bestowed upon them. And it was the Batman one, this one right here. Oh, so awesome. And I was actually hounding some people on Facebook that were trying to win it because I wanted to win it. And I never win anything, Jo. I never win anything. And so the next morning they had the contest, because they were going to have it, the drawing, and post it the next morning, so I was going to miss it. And so I got up early that morning to see if I won, and I won your artwork. And I've been a fan of your stuff ever since, so that is so cool that we're doing this now.
It's so cool. I'm so glad you like it.
Oh, absolutely. Were you pretty blown away that somebody asked you to do a podcast interview?
Yeah, I've never done one before.
That's mind-blowing to me. Okay, so this is the beginning then. After this, all your other interviews are going to be like you're going to be like a pro after this one, because if you can make it through my sorry podcast, you can do any podcast. So all right, so before I get started, I also want to kind of give a shout out to ways that ways that people hold of you as far as like seeing your artwork. Obviously, you know, it's your Facebook fan page, Jo Stroud. That's J-O and then Stroud, S-T-R-O-U-D. So make sure you check her out on her fan page and like that. And she's also on Instagram. Is that just Jo Stroud on Instagram?
I believe so.
Okay, well, you know, whatever. Facebook, go to the Facebook fan page. Forget Instagram. Who needs that sorry app? I'm just kidding. And you can also get her, see her artwork on Etsy, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. So, all right, let's begin, Jo. Don't be afraid or nervous. I'm making it so much worse, aren't I?
You are.
Okay, I tell you what. You know what? Let's calm nerves here. All right. I'm going to do something a little different for this podcast. Yeah. If you can see her face, guys, because I think we're just going to do an audio. We're going to try to do video, but I wish you could see her face because her eyebrow raised when I said we're going to do something different. One eyebrow raised. So we're going to do word association game
Okay.
before we even get started with the podcast. So, all right. So you tell me the first word or words in one or two words what you think of when I give you these words. Okay, you ready?
I think so. Okay, go on.
It's not that bad, I promise. So
Okay.
this is new to the podcast, so you know you're the first one to. So this will be fun. So, all right, the word red. What comes to mind?
Blue.
Okay, see, that's so easy. You're doing great. Okay, fun.
Thoughts.
Oh, okay. Honest. All right, so what about the word honest?
Honest. True.
Ah, there you go, good one. Tea, T-E-A, tea.
Oh, drink.
Ah, there you go. Drawings.
Me.
Oh, perfect. The best answer yet. The best answer yet. All right. Peaceful.
Minded.
Okay. All right. Smelly.
Socks.
All right. Music.
Guitar.
There you go. By the way, I found out you played guitar.
I
Right?
do.
Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. Okay, and the last word, and this is a simple one. People. What comes to mind when you think of the word people?
Fun.
Oh, see?
Uh,
That was great. You did awesome. How hard was that?
I've never actually done one before. Is that weird?
No. Well, yeah, that's weird. I'm just kidding. I've never done word association before, so that was new for me. So
Oh, have you not?
no, that's no. I've never. I thought you know what? Let me add something a little different to the podcast. And I was like, why not do this to Joe, who's never done a podcast before? This would be the perfect time for that.
Throw everything at me to make me uncomfortable. Brilliant.
Oh wow, I'm so bad. I'll delete all this. Let's just redo the intro.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Carry on.
Okay, so obviously though, like I mentioned before, Joe is such a talented artist. You guys need to go check out her Facebook fan page or Etsy. It's really good stuff. I noticed on a lot of your stuff, Joe, it's mainly like comic books that I've seen. I've also seen where you do other things as well. Is comics such a big influence, or is it just something that's really popular and hey, you know, that kind of sells?
Well, I started painting animals and people's pets, and then my love for comics grew, and I decided to then paint some of my favorite characters, and I had them in a comic shop, and they sold instantly, and then they were like, "Oh, hey, do you want to do prints?" And it just snowballed, and I continued to do it. I still
Wow.
do like the animals and other stuff alongside, but it's definitely the comic stuff that's gotten people's attention and it's gone on to bigger things. So that's brilliant.
Wow. How long ago was it when you sold your first piece in the comic shop?
Ooh, maybe 3 years ago now.
Wow. Was that a little nerve-wracking when you put your art out there for sale? Were you
It,
excited?
yeah, it was. I've always painted and I've always tried to sell things to mainly friends,
Hmm.
or in particular one friend who I sold everything to. She was far too nice to buy my work all the time. But when I developed my style that I have now, I sold a painting of a parrot to one of my sister's best friends,
Oh
and
wow.
I got such a great response from that. But having it in a shop for that was completely different and new, and yeah, it was nerve-wracking, but to sell it so quick, it just gave me the confidence to continue.
Oh wow. Now let me ask you something, because which my wife paints and draws, and I like to draw a little bit, but I'm my worst critic. I've seen your work, and I think it's amazing. Do you ever look at your stuff? Are you harsh on yourself as far as critiquing your stuff?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Many, many times work has gone across the room. Or I've just yeah, I've been very angry and released my anger on what I'm working on. I was terrible. I've been a bit more controlled now I've gotten older
Yeah.
and I can sit down and I can do it with less frustration. But
Right.
I know if it's not going right to walk away now and then get back to it.
Ah, yeah.
But yeah, I'm very very picky. Um, and yeah, I can't like if I finish a piece and people like it, I'm like maybe you shouldn't like it. I don't I don't
No, no, no. You don't like this. You do not
no.
like this piece of art. Give it back. Give it back.
But I accept that other people like it, and then I can like the fact that they like it. But
Yeah.
yeah, looking at my own work, I can't do it.
Yeah, I guess it really is true with art, though. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder because, when I know when I've done comedy videos in the past, I watch them and they're cringeworthy to me. I can't watch myself at all. When I'm putting the video together, I can watch it and it doesn't bother me. But when I watch it with other people, it's so
Yeah,
I have to walk away and be like, it's so bad. And they're like, no, it's funny, and so I can relate to you on that. So, okay, I have a question for you. Let's say if you were going to start like an Iron Man drawing, when you start it, do you just start it and finish it, or do you kind of come back to it or like leave, come back? Or how does that work for you, or is it both?
I leave it and come back to it a lot. It can take me like up to 2 weeks or so to finish a painting sometimes. It depends how difficult it is and how involved I am with it. So if I'm like really excited and I love doing it and I'm in that frame of mind, then I'll just go for it. But a lot of the time I'll do it and then I don't know, go make a cup of tea and then read a book and come back to it with a fresh mind. If I
Yeah.
look at it for too long, I can't really see it for what it is.
Yeah, no, that's so cool to hear, somebody talk about their art like that and how they go about it. Okay, so, but let's start with a little backstory for you now. So, where were you born at?
I was born in Swindon, which is in Wiltshire, in
Okay,
England.
England, England, of course.
England.
So where you grew up, was it a small community, medium, big, a lot of
Uh,
people?
well, originally I lived in a tiny little village, and then we moved somewhere a bit bigger. We moved around a little bit, but all fairly local,
Uh,
local moving.
okay.
Um, but where I spent the majority of my time, I guess it's a town. Yeah, like had a few close friends, fairly busy,
Yeah,
kind
that's
of an
cool.
average place, I guess.
Oh, that's good. That's a good answer. Kind of the same way here. I grew up in probably an average, I don't know, medium to small town as well. So I can
Yeah.
understand that. All right, so let me ask you a question. In school, are you the same way that you are like now as you were in school, or have you changed since school, or like were you really social? Were you really quiet? Were you kind of a little bit of both?
I was very quiet, very, very quiet. I would hide away in music and art rooms, instead of socializing at breaks. Um, I had like a tiny little group of friends.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I was very quiet and very unsociable, I think. I don't think much has changed.
Well, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So you still have close friends and stuff like that that you still hang. Now, do you still keep in contact with your friends from school, or because I know sometimes when you get out of school, you kind of all go your separate directions. But have you been able to keep up with your friends from school?
I've been in contact with a few, not all of them, which is sad. But again, like you grow up, your lives go in different paths, and
I know,
it's not always easy to stay in contact and meet up.
and
But
that's why
I've still got a few of them.
and that's why Facebook is so weird too, because like you see these people who you haven't seen in years, and you're like, whoa, they've got families, and like in my case, I have a family, and it's really weird to think of them when they were kids, and now to see
Yeah.
them growing up now, it's Facebook's really awesome, but really surreal in a lot of ways too. So,
Oh yeah, I'm a bit younger than you, and I
hey, what
I,
was that?
I'm
No,
just
it's
saying
true. You're
that.
just telling the truth. It's okay.
And then I also go on Facebook and I scroll down or just have a little look, little browse into people's lives, and people are having families and getting houses and being all, yeah, it's strange, very strange.
Yeah, it's like, how did we have friends before Facebook? Like in the outside world, like that was possible, and now, are you? That's a good question. Are you big into social media as far as Facebook? Are you kind of like, nah, I don't need my phone today?
I take my phone with me, but mainly for like business purposes.
Oh, okay.
I don't sit there, and I don't really use my personal profile that much.
Yeah.
Like I don't upload anything onto there. All the pictures on there are what other people have uploaded of me. So I don't really know what's on there. If someone starts looking through my photos, I don't know what they'll find.
I know
It's nothing I posted.
it's crazy because my family and I were at a restaurant a couple weeks ago, and we were sitting there. They give you this little thing that lights up and it vibrates when your table's ready,
Oh
and
yeah.
so we were sitting out in our cars, and like there's all these families sitting together, and like nobody was talking to each other. Everybody was just like, it's like, what
Oh.
looking at their phone is like, what is that, man? Like it's so crazy how people are so reliable on your phone. And don't get me wrong, I'm guilty of that as well. But I know when I'm with my family, that's when it's time to
Yeah.
kind of chill out on that. So, okay, so we talked about earlier that you play guitar. And so when did that start? When did that start?
Um, I'm very. How do you know this? Did I tell you this, or did you do some investigating?
This is what I do. This is my job.
What sources do you have? Oh, when did I start? I started maybe when I was about 12,
Oh, wow.
13.
Did you take lessons or did you teach self-taught?
I taught myself.
Wow, that's cool.
Um, yeah, it was again like what we just kind of discussed. Like I have older brother and sister, so it was kind of
Yeah.
I like to do what they do when
Uh,
growing up and
right.
try things out. And my sister played guitar, so I picked up hers and started. Yeah, I used to gig as well, around
Yeah,
where I grew up.
that's great. Okay, so let me ask you a question. The first time you went up on stage, how nervous were you on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being I almost peed my pants?
Oh, I definitely peed my pants. I was sat down, I think they gave me a chair. I don't think I could have stood up. I was that nervous.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, so I have a story for you, which most people have probably heard this before, but on my other podcast. But I've done some amateur nights in comedy before. I've done some stand-up comedy. And the first time I did my first amateur night, I was like 20 years old. And when I went up to the stage, it's like, hey, good luck. And I grabbed the mic and I forgot everything. Like, and
Oh,
so, so I know. And so, like, I grab the mic and I take the mic off the little stand and I set it to the side. And, but I had all this other stuff hit me and it went really good. So, like, I can understand, I've been there with that whole, oh my gosh, I'm on stage and everybody's watching me thing. So, okay, so let me ask you a question. On music, did you have any musical influences? Like when you were learning to play, is there anybody that you listened to, or did you just kind of play by yourself and that's whatever you came up with is what you came up with?
it's really strange because I listen to like a lot of rock, metal, and punk, that sort of genre. But what I actually came up with was completely different. I don't really know. It was more like sort of acoustic style, finger picking.
Ah,
I don't really know where I got it from. I just
wow.
thought it sounded nice and I continued. But I would like learn a song, then get a bit tired of learning that song. But use it to make up my own, like
Oh, okay.
maybe the rhythms or the chord progressions or something like that, and I would change it and make something completely different out of it.
Wow. You know,
Or completely like switch up a song and make it so like a heavy metal song or something. I'd make it acoustic or like
nice.
really switch it up.
And see, I'm so nice. I'm not even gonna ask you to take the guitar out and play, you know? See, at least I don't do that. I may have found out you play guitar, but I didn't even, ask you to play. So I'm being nice. So see, I'm not that mean. I'm very quite hard. So all right, let me ask you a question. What kind of music do you listen to now? What are some of the bands that you like?
Oh, bands I like. I like so many. It's the same sort of genres.
That's fine. Like
And
I love the Black Keys. They're one of my
yeah,
favorite bands. I love the Black Keys. It's kind of a rock, blues kind of thing. I like that. So
yeah. Well, who I saw the other night, Evanescence. I
yes.
still love them. First band I ever saw live, and I got to see them again.
Oh wow.
Amazing. Like Alkaline Trio,
Okay.
uh, Blink 182.
Yes, Blink 182.
Uh,
I like that. Do you like Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Pardon?
Do you like the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, see, that's awesome. You're over there and I'm over here, and you're halfway around the world. And Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's so cool that we were talking about this the other night, like or messaging a little bit about the interview. But isn't it? This is so cool that we can sit here and do this interview over Skype and get to know each other and let other people get to know. And this is the great thing about this podcast, which I didn't talk about that at the beginning, but one of the reasons I started this podcast is for number one, for me to get to know people who I might not necessarily know. In this case, you, and then also in other circumstances for me to get to know my family and friends as well. And so this is just such a cool thing to do, and I'm so glad you're able to do this. I'm not wrapping it up yet, by the way. You've still got a long ways to go. This is just getting started.
I'll drink some more water.
Okay, so who are some of your artistic influences? Do you have any particular artists that you like, or do you not really, keep up with that? As far as this artist is one of my favorites.
I really like Alex Pardee. I don't know if you've heard of him. He did the cover of the Used in Love and Death album.
Oh no, never heard of him, but I will check him out
Okay.
now.
Yeah, you can check him out. So I love his work. And Derek Hess.
Nope, I don't
No?
know, but that's okay. This is the point. I'll now check them out. So,
There you go.
have you
Uh,
have you ever done any work like album artwork or books or anything like that?
I kind of have. I did like a college project it ended up me painting some hearts, like human hearts, and a singer-songwriter in America.
Oh
She
wow!
came across them and asked if she could use them for her album. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, that's so awesome!
Yes, I didn't actually design it, but it got used for it. So I can say I've done an album cover,
It
kind of.
counts. We're gonna count that. That absolutely counts.
That
So,
counts.
okay,
I've done a few book covers as well.
that's awesome. That is so cool. Okay, so you said comics. Do you read comics now?
I do. I'm quite picky though.
Okay, because I read comics still too. And so, who are some of your favorites, or like, what are some of your favorite titles?
Favorite titles? Um, that's really tricky. Many. I'm a big fan of like I read comics more for like the artwork.
Right.
So I'm a huge fan of Tony Moore.
Okay. Yeah.
So he did like a brilliant Deadpool series, Dead Presidents, I think it was called.
Okay.
So that I love that. And I quite like the kind of newish Black Widow series that Phil Noto, if that's how you pronounce his name, he illustrated that as well, and that's really cool. He's got a really cool style.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I'm a big DC
yeah.
person, so like I love what I'm reading right now is the rebirth on Nightwing. I love
Mhm.
Nightwing, Superman, Batman, obviously. I'm not big into Marvel. Don't get me wrong, I like Marvel movies,
Yeah.
but Marvel's to me has now. I love the Punisher. I love the Punisher as well. But yeah, so I actually have a ton of comics. I would show you. I've got comics like all over the place around here. It's quite sad for my age, really, but I love it, and so my boys love it too. We have a comic book shop that we go to around here, and it's one of my favorite things to do with my two boys is take them to the comic store, and so I also have another question for you. I've noticed that you've done comic, I guess, or before.
Yeah.
What is that like? I've always wondered, like, what is that like as someone who's selling your work? How is that?
It's like you're being judged. I don't.
I know. That's what I would think. That's
It's
what I would
yeah.
think.
It's amazing,
Yeah.
and you meet so many cool people. But having, well, for an artist, especially having all your work in front of you, watching people walk past or have a little look and walk past, like you can't help but feel a little judged. But it is fun. I think it's just like I said about having my painting in the shop. Like people can see it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and tell you. So, like, we have a small little comic convention here. I mean, it's really, really small. So when we go to the comic store, they'll have these little postings for, hey, check out this local comic convention. So I went to their Facebook page to look at some of the pictures because if it's a bigger convention, I like that because I don't feel like this pressure to buy something.
Yeah.
And like there was only like maybe a few tables out, and there was hardly anybody at it, and I felt so bad because I want to go and support, but like I don't want to go in there and if I not might not necessarily like the art, I don't want to feel
Yeah.
like this pressure of oh man he doesn't like my stuff, and I hate making somebody feel that way. You know, does
That's
that
how
make
you make
sense?
people feel.
I know. I know, and like I love to look at different kinds of art, but I just hate that pressure of knowing like, ah, they didn't like it enough to buy it. That sucks. It's not like it ruins their day, but in my mind, it's like I'm ruining their day.
No, I know what you mean. If it was the other way around and I was walking around and not selling stuff, I would be the same. But as a sit there and you can't help but watch the people look and then walk past. I make it sound like people don't actually buy any of my work. They do, and it's great.
I know it's true. I never thought that. Funny that you say that. I have yet to have anyone buy my work, but it's great to meet new people.
No, I love doing them. And it's an amazing experience to be able to go to a brand new place and again like talk to new people.
Yeah.
Even other traders as well. I've met so many friends who are traders and we like meet up conventions and we're like, oh hey, how you doing? What have you been up to? It's like a little get together.
That's so
It's
great.
really
Is the artistic community very close around you? And like when you go to those conventions, is everybody really close, or is it competitive, or a little bit of both?
I don't know. I can only speak for myself.
Hmm.
I don't feel like I'm competing,
That's good.
and yeah, I don't feel jealous of anyone. Like everyone's got their own style.
Yeah, yeah.
But I again, I can't speak for other people. I don't know if they're selling more or they shouldn't be near me because our stuff's too similar. Or, I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
fine with it.
Yeah, no, no, I understand. I understand. So I do. You and I. Let's just go ahead and do this, because earlier I talked to you last Saturday, and then we said that we give each other 3 questions.
Ah, yes.
This makes me nervous.
I have mine here right beside me.
So here's the deal for people that are listening. If there's anybody left listening because of my sorry voice. But no, seriously, we gave each other this little homework assignment, as Joe put it, to ask each other 3 questions about whether it's English culture, American culture, whatever. And so this is going to be interesting. Are you nervous about mine? Are you intrigued?
I'm intrigued. Are you nervous about mine?
I'm very nervous about yours because mine are pretty soft. Mine aren't that hard, but it's something I've wondered about, and so I have the opportunity to ask. So I'm going to take advantage of it. So you get the first question. Go ahead and ask me. So
Oh, okay.
I'm so nervous.
It's not too bad.
Okay.
Is tea a popular drink in America? Because it is here in England.
Yeah. That's part of my first question for you. Oh, that's so hilarious. That is my first question. On my question scale, I said on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is tea? I promise. I have it right here. Okay, so I'll answer your question first. No, and kind of yes. It's for the most part Pepsi, Coke, Dr. Pepper, cold drinks. Soft drinks are very big in America. Water, people are big into water. But now where I live in Tennessee. Tennessee's southern United States. So in southern states, sweet tea with lots of sugar
Oh,
is it's really, really important. It's funny because here in Tennessee, where I live, you can get sweet tea anywhere and it's amazing. But like last year, we went back to my wife where she's from. She lived from New Jersey,
mhm.
up north. And so when we ask for sweet tea, they look at you like, what is that? So that was kind of odd for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I would say no, it's not really that important here, but really in my area it kind of is. So no and kind of yes. So
That's interesting. Okay.
okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is tea over there? Because I is it something that it's just really exaggerated, or is tea really that important over there?
In my family, it's pretty important.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
we were brought up on tea. Like I remember being tiny and my gran giving me cups of tea with like 4 sugars or something.
Oh
So I would
wow.
drink it. And I like if I come home from like I don't know, anywhere really. It doesn't even have to be far. I will come home and want a cup of tea.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
so on average, how many cups of tea do you have a day?
Um,
This doesn't count as my second question, but this is part 2 to my part 1 question.
that's cheating, that is. Oh, maybe about 5? Is that too much?
No, that's
I
not.
don't know.
Now, how big's the cup? Is it like a liter?
Huge. Average cup size.
Okay, okay, average cup size. All right, so second question. Go for it. Ask me.
Well, these are for you.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Um, so another question is,
okay.
who's the best band you have seen live?
Uh, um, I would probably say the Black Keys.
Yeah?
Um, because I seen them at Bonnaroo. I was the other night messaging you and telling you about how Bonnaroo just finished here, and Bonnaroo is the big music festival in
Hmm.
Manchester, Tennessee. We have a Manchester, yeah, and
Hey.
so all these bands come together for 3 days, and it's like music from like 10 in the morning till like 3 o'clock the next morning. It's just all day, and it's tons of fields with tons of, and it's just there's bands performing left and right. It's just craziness of music. It's great,
That's
and
amazing.
yeah, it is amazing. I definitely recommend it at least once for anybody to go to Bonnaroo. But I was a kind of a fan of the Black Keys when I went to see them, but with the pass that I had, I got to get on the side of the stage to watch them, and yeah, it was really cool. And their feel and their vibe was so great. They were soaked in sweat, and it was just awesome. And it was my best concert experience? So that was a good question.
Wow. Oh, must have been your best if you were like kind of backstage
Yeah,
almost.
yeah, they walked very that when they were coming to the stage, they walked maybe 2 to 3 feet away from me. They walked
Wow.
by. Oh, that's them, and it's so crazy because when you see people that you admire and you enjoy their music,
Hmm.
it's so crazy when you see them. You go, whoa, they're just a person, you know?
Yeah,
Isn't that
yeah, I
weird?
get that. It's really weird because you kind of because you haven't seen them in the flesh, you kind of almost don't believe they're actually real.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you see them, and you're like, oh, that this is another human. It's
Yeah, like they get zits, they go to the bathroom, they do all these things like us, but we just put them on we just put them on this pedestal and it's so crazy. And then when you see them, you're like, wow, they're just somebody that's really good at their craft, and it's really
yeah.
cool. It's very cool. Okay, so that was a really good question. So, um I'll save this question for the last one because I think it's a really good one. Um, let's see. This is kind of a question more for you, but it's more of an opinion. Okay, where is the best place if I'm going to England? Where is the best place I want to go if I'm going to England? If I want to experience England,
Oh, I don't know. I haven't even explored the whole of England.
what's your favorite place that you've been to?
Um, oh, it was in Wales, so it's I think Snowdonia. That was
Okay.
really pretty.
Okay. Is it like country or a lot of country?
It's like kind of woodland and waterfalls and really, really nice scenery
Oh wow.
and quiet.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so good answer. All right, question number 3. Bring it. Let's hear it. What's
Cool.
mine?
Okay, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Oh, this is a good one because me and my boys ask this all the time, but mine always changes how my day is. Let's see. Any superpower? Uh, to fly. Yeah, yeah, fly. It's generic as an answer, but it would be so cool just to like go from here to there in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I want to go to New York. Just fly to New York.
that would be like mine, but I would have teleportation.
Yeah, see, that's true too. Like teleportation. Because the only thing about my flying is I'd have to take some Dramamine, and so I don't get sick while I'm flying. I would be the worst Superman ever. Take Dramamine. Now I can fly. Sorry guys, I get sick while I fly. Before I go save the world, let me take some Dramamine.
Brilliant.
Okay, so I have to ask this question, and if you can't answer it, it's totally fine. But I'm intrigued to know this answer because in America right now, we have our president, President Trump.
Yep.
Okay, so my question is, what what's the general? I don't know if I should ask in you or just the general consensus opinion of him because over here it's pretty crazy. I don't get into politics. I could care less for it,
Yeah.
but it's I'm intrigued to know what other parts, not in just America, like what's the world kind of think of the guy. So in England, around you, what's kind of do they think he's a cuckoo or do they think like, oh no, he's just whatever, or is it not even a big deal over there?
I'm not really into politics either, to be honest.
That's good.
But yeah, when he got into power, didn't like it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we picked up a fuss on like social media. Nothing good was ever said.
I know. I just wondered. Like I said, I care less for politics either. I think it's all stupid and dumb. Because it like doesn't matter at the end of the day. They're gonna do whatever they do. Like over here at least, that's the way we
Yeah.
kind of see it. And like, but I just wondered what it was like and what other people's opinion was over there because it's all over the news here. I don't even watch the news. It's so annoying. It's so annoying how bad it is over here with him. And so I just thought, I wonder if it's as bad around the world, so I just wondered that. So that was my question. So it was more of an opinion, really. So, but you answered that, so that was good.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a fine question.
But we did good. They weren't as bad as I thought they'd be. I was afraid you were gonna hit me with some hard ones here. So that was pretty
I
good.
wouldn't do that.
Okay, so now, this is the part of the program where we go to the questions of torture and awesomeness.
Oh, yikes.
I need to start putting dramatic music.
You do.
Okay, hold on, let me read this. Hold on. And now for the questions of torture and awesomeness. All right, so then I'll throw the music in there, and it'll sound awesome. Okay. All right. So, are you ready for this?
I guess I have to be. Yeah, on. Carry on.
That's the right attitude right there. I guess I have to be. Okay. So, favorite TV shows. Throw me some out there. If you watch TV, you may not.
Oh. Really like The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones.
Oh, both of those are my favorite TV shows.
Oh, awesome!
Okay, so who's your favorite Walking Dead characters?
Oh, I really like Carol.
Oh,
Like her story arc is like, I
Yeah.
love her a lot.
I'm a big Rick fan. I love Rick. Rick's my boy. So, and it was crazy the first time I heard him talk. He's English, right?
Yeah, he doesn't actually live that far from me.
No, really?
I've been told, yeah.
Wow, that blew my mind because on the show he does such a great American accent. It sounds like he's from my area. And when I first time I heard him talk, and he was like, the first time I did the character, and I was like, what the? That's Rick. That's crazy. I had no idea he was English. So Rick is my favorite though. So let's see. Hey, last year my wife and I got to go to a Walking Dead convention.
Ooh, that's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and we got to meet Eugene. Oh gosh, there were so many people. We met a bunch of people from Gotham too. I don't know if you ever watched Gotham.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was really cool. Okay, Game of Thrones. Are you excited for the final season?
Oh, is it the final season?
Coming up, yes.
Is it?
Yeah, it's going to be a two-parter. So they're going to do some
okay.
this year and some next year, from what I've told.
Okay, that's good then. Whew.
Who's your
I didn't
favorite?
plan for a final.
No. It's a two-parter.
Give me some time.
Who's
Yeah, I'm
your-
excited.
Who's your favorite on Game of Thrones? I like Jon Snow. He's my favorite.
Daenerys.
Oh, yeah. Good answer. Okay. That's so cool. All right. Let's see. I already asked you favorite band, so you did good on that one. Something you haven't done yet, but you still want to do. It can be anything. Go somewhere, do something.
Well, weirdly, on the car ride back home the other day, we saw a sign for the circus, and I said, I've never been to a circus. I'd quite like to go.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure there are more, but I can't think of them at the moment.
No, that's fine.
But yeah, circus.
Oh, wow. I've been a couple before, and one time I actually got pulled out of the crowd by some clowns. Yeah, that was so embarrassing. Yeah. So,
Like it?
no, I didn't like that. It was so embarrassing. They pulled me and 3 other guys, and so we had to sit in chairs and then lay in each other's laps.
Oh.
Yeah, and then they pulled the
But
chair.
which?
Yeah. I was like, what kind of circus am I at? And so, like, they pull the chairs out from under us to see if we can hold each other up. And all it was to make us look like idiots. So they did a great job. We look like idiots. So beware of clowns if you go to the circus.
I'll try and hide if they are looking for people to participate.
Okay, so next question. City, country, or beach? Which do you prefer?
Country.
Country, okay. Favorite cartoons?
Ooh. Ooh. I really like Family Guy, Rick
Okay.
and Morty,
Okay. Give me one more. Give me one more.
Simpsons.
Oh, okay. No, that's
Like,
okay.
I love Simpsons.
Yeah, everybody loves The Simpsons. Okay. All right. Here you go. I'm going to make you think on this one. You ready?
Oh, okay.
Okay. A hidden talent, something that most people don't know that you can do.
Uh,
And you may, and if you don't have one, that's okay. You can say that. But if you have a hidden talent,
I
um,
do, but I do it quite often because I'm proud of it. So I
okay.
guess a lot of people won't know. People who know me well will know. I can make a sort of weird trumpet noise.
Can I hear
Uh,
this?
but
That was so great. That was so great, Joe. See, this is why the podcast is so awesome. We get to find the hidden talents. I'm going to put that at the very beginning, and I'm going to make different. No, I'm just kidding. I won't do
I
that too.
like doing it with like a large group of people that I don't know. So like if I'm waiting in a queue, I'll just make this random noise and no one will know where it's come from
Can I hear
because
it
it
one
doesn't
more time?
sound human.
Can I hear it one more time? Oh my gosh, that's so great. All right, DC or Marvel?
Oh, that's so tough. My favorite ever character is Batman.
Ah, okay. Who's your out of all the Batman so far? Christian Bale, Michael Keaton, George Clooney, Ben Affleck, and Val Kilmer. Who have been your favorites in the movies?
Christian Bale.
Yeah, that's the best
Yeah,
one. The best one. I wish he'd have done the Batman versus Superman. It'd have been so much better. Ah.
I agree.
Okay. What's your favorite word?
Ooh. I don't know. What is my favorite word?
Mine's probably awesome. I say awesome so much it's sickening, but mine would probably be awesome.
I think I say that quite a lot as well, but I don't know if that's my favorite word or just a word that I just keep saying.
Yeah, it's a word. It's my favorite word, so that's definitely a word that I like to use a lot. So, what is Joe's favorite word?
Maybe that's my favorite
I
phrase.
I
I
don't
don't.
know. Hey, well you answered it. So, okay, what's your least favorite word? What's one word you hate to hear? Ah, it makes you sick.
Oh, probably moist.
Moist?
Yeah,
Yeah.
people. Yeah, a lot of people don't like that word.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird word.
Yeah, it's a bit, yeah. I
Like you
don't know what
couldn't,
it is.
because like if somebody, like if you're trying to set your friend up with somebody, describe them in a good way and go, they're very nice, they've got a great sense of humor, and they're moist. So they're like, what? They're
Salt.
what? They're what? Oh no, they work in the pool. They're always moist. All right, first car. What was your first car?
I've still got my first car. It's a
Okay.
little Nissan Micra.
What is it?
A Nissan Micra.
Oh, okay, Nissan Micro. All right, so rate these in order. Okay, this is really tough. I think it's going to be tough because most geeks and nerds have trouble with this one. From first to third, rate Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and Star Wars as your favorite to least favorite. Harry Potter, Star Wars, and Lord of the Rings.
Oh. Um,
Is it a tough one?
it is.
And you're going to be held to this, so
I,
forever.
I know. I haven't watched them in quite a while,
Okay.
but Lord of the Rings first, then Star Wars,
Ooh.
then Harry Potter.
Ah, okay. I love Lord of the Rings. Like, they're amazing to me. The Two Towers, Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, was like one of the two times in my life when I went to the theater where I was on the edge of my seat with that big battle at Helm's Deep.
Hmm.
Like, I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. So That's hard to get me to do that. And when I went to the theater to see it, it was mind blowing. Okay. Um, Sing in the car or sing in the shower or both?
Oh, both.
Okay. All right. Snakes, yes or no?
Snakes are fine.
Oh,
I haven't done it
no.
to me.
Yes, they've tortured my dreams and they freak me out. So, no. Snakes are no. All right. Sunny day or rainy day?
Rainy day.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I'm cheating here and I'm adding a fourth question.
Ooh,
How much does it rain over there?
a lot.
Does
Well,
it?
actually, it hasn't recently. It's been pretty nice.
Right. Do you have a lot of sunny days or is it mainly just overcast, like cloudy?
We have rare sunny days, so at the moment it's very sunny, but it'll normally last like a week, and then it'll just pour down with rain, which it did like last week or something. And then it'll be over. Yeah, our summer doesn't last very long. It's
Oh,
tiny.
wow. Oh, wow. See, I
Enjoy it
cheated.
when you can.
I added a fourth question, so I'm sorry that I cheated. So,
I'll let
okay.
you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right. Peace and quiet, yes or no?
Yes, but not. I don't know. When I'm working, I need to have music on.
Okay. So a little bit of
Feel
both.
it.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Yeah, I feel it can sometimes feel a bit eerie if it's quiet.
Yeah.
But then if I need to sleep, then it has to be quiet.
Do you sleep with a fan on? Like I sleep with a fan on at night. Like I have to have a fan, you know?
Or for like noise?
Yeah, yeah, just for noise.
No, I have the window open if it's hot, but
Yeah, yeah.
it needs to be quiet. Otherwise,
Okay.
I listen to the sound and I'm like, oh.
Okay. Favorite teacher of all time?
Ooh, have to be my art teacher in college.
Okay, what was his name or her name?
Her name was Laura.
Laura. Laura. Okay, Laura. Congratulations. You have made Joe Stroud's favorite teacher of all time list. All right. Let's see. Let me ask you, best music concert.
Oh, wow, I've already said Evanescence.
That's your
Actually, no.
favorite?
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I saw Hailstorm was my favorite.
Okay, there you go. Because I was like, did she say Evanescence was her favorite? Okay, so
No, that's
Hailstorm.
my favorite band.
Okay.
But favorite concert, yeah, Hailstorm.
Okay. Favorite thing you have purchased?
Ooh. Probably my guitar.
Yeah, I had a feeling you would say that. Had a feeling. So see. Okay, so favorite book.
Ooh. Probably Ian Banks' The Wasp Factory.
Okay.
You read that?
Never read it. What's it about?
It's very weird. I can't really describe
It
it.
says on the back of the book. This book is very weird. Good luck.
Yeah, it should do. I love it though.
Okay, mine
I've
would
read
probably
it.
be Cormac McCarthy's The Road. Have you ever seen or read The Road? They actually made it into a movie with Viggo Mortensen. And then,
Oh,
and
I
then
haven't seen or read it.
no. The movie is not that good, but the book, it's amazing. It's like a post-apocalyptic thing where a father and son's trying to make it across America, and they're encountering all these weird people. But it's really about the relationship between the father and son. It's really good. So it's called The Road. So
Oh, cool. I have to check that out.
there you go. All right. So coffee, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not a coffee drinker, so. All
Well,
right.
not mine, but like if I have too much, it makes me feel a bit sick.
Ah, okay, gotcha. All right. Let's see. First childhood celebrity crush.
um, it was Amy Lee, Evanescence.
Oh,
I
Amy, she
made
is
a picture of her on the back of my wall.
she is beautiful and awesome. Her voice is amazing.
Yes.
Okay. One place you would like to visit.
I really want to visit Canada.
Canada.
Yeah. I don't know why.
I was not expecting that. Wow. I thought you'd say New Zealand or New York and Canada. But hey, there's nothing wrong with Canada.
I've seen pictures. It looks like mountainy and like nice and quiet.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
We'll go
I
with
don't know. Have
Canada.
you ever been to Canada? Is that a good place to visit? I don't know. I haven't been. Would I get there and think, what have I done?
And then make sure you message me on Facebook and go, you were right, Anthony. I'm here in Canada, and it's very moist here in Canada. So, okay. So, first kiss age.
Oh, what sort of a kid are we talking about?
Let's just go first kiss, like on the lips, peck kiss. Like where is
Oh,
it?
okay. I was like 7 or 8.
7 or 8.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was like climbing a tree, and he ran up to me and just pecked me on the lips and ran off. That was that. I was
Well.
left there, like hanging from branches, like, oh, okay.
And now you're scared of trees. Every time you get around a tree, you're afraid somebody's going to run up to you and kiss you on the
Exactly.
lips.
Come at me like waving a twig and freak out.
Okay, the word. Now I messaged you. I'll go ahead and let people in on it. Like I messaged you the other night, and I was like, okay, some questions are borderline here. So I'll go ahead and ask you, but you mentioned that you won't answer. That's great, and you were totally up for these questions, by the way. So it's so awesome that you are. So the next question is the word fart or pooped, or in England, do they have a different word for it, or is it the same thing?
Um, I have never heard anyone say poot.
You've never
Um,
heard that.
oh, never heard that. We don't say that here.
Okay, so fart is a word that they.
But yeah, we we also it's mainly children that say it, but say like
That makes me feel so
so
mature.
if so if you fart, you might say that you blew off, or you blow off, or
Oh,
like that.
see, there. That's awesome. I did not know that.
In my family, we're a bit strange, and we'll say pop.
How do you spell it? How do you spell that?
PARP.
That's what I thought. Pop.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to use that one next time I hear my boys do something like that. So
We think it's a funny word, so we say it, but we haven't heard anyone outside of our family say it. So
let's try to get that word to go viral. We'll try to get that word.
yeah, it's a
Hashtag
good
PARP.
it's a good word.
It's an amazing word. Okay, so in public, if you have a wedgie, do you pull it out or do you kind of go somewhere private and then pull it out?
Well, it has never been public. It's been by my brother in our own home. So I would just pull it out.
Okay, great answers. Okay, do you snore?
No. Well, I
Okay.
hope not. I haven't been told I do. I'm gonna say no.
Okay, ooh, I've got another. I was debating to ask you this, but I'm going to ask you anyways. Rank in order these four bands. All right, you ready? Beatles,
hmm
Pink Floyd,
hmm
The Who, and Rolling Stones. The Beatles, The Who, Rolling Stones, and Pink Floyd.
Oh, that's so hard. I had like a massive obsession with the Beatles for a few years. Had like a Beatles bag and everything. So the Beatles will have to be first. Then Pink Floyd. Well, the other two, Rolling Stones and The Who.
Rolling Stones and The Who.
Oh. Uh, if you could like see my brain working,
There's a hamster is running in the wheel.
it's like I'm sat here quietly, but inside my head, it's all going on. Oh, I honestly don't know. Oh, Rolling Stones and The Who.
Oh, The Who, last place.
But it's not like I don't like
I
them.
know, I know, I know. That's a tough question. That's why I was debating. But you're a music fan, so I thought, what, I'll ask her and see what her opinion is. So, okay, three things. We're winding down. Three things you cannot live without.
Oh, um, hmm. In order or just
No, just throw them out there.
Just throw them out there. Guitar,
Okay.
pencil,
Pencil. Ooh.
artistic, and probably tea. I do like tea.
Ah, that's the English. There's the English. Yeah, that's a great answer. Great answers. Okay. Your two proudest moments.
Have I ever had a proud moment?
Well, I would think selling your art at the store was probably a pretty proud moment,
Yeah,
right?
no, that was a proud moment. Yeah,
Do,
I was very shocked when I went in and they were like, "Yeah, it's sold." Yeah, that was a proud moment.
awesome.
Never.
Doing this podcast counts.
Yeah, sure.
I was waiting for you to go. No, not that one.
What the hell? Let's call this a proud moment. I
Oh, that's not fair. I helped you on that one. That is not fair. Okay, last one. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
This is a tough one. I know this is going to give you problems, but I'm going to ask it. So we've done a little countdown. 3 things you can't live without, 2 proudest moments. So the next one would be one.
Okay, we done.
Yeah, one word to describe you.
Can I describe myself? I don't know.
One word.
One word. Gosh. I use my favorite phrase. I don't know.
You can't use the same answer as another one. That's not. I've got one, but I'm not going to let you use it for you.
Oh, why not? That's not fair.
Well, it is fair. Well, you definitely, I would say 2 words, artistic and creative would be.
Oh, very good. Okay, I would use those.
See? That's cheating. You're cheating off my exam. It's not fair. Okay, I'll let you off the hook with those because they're true. You are. No, you're not getting off the hook. I want one word. I want one word to describe you by Joe. That's letting you off the hook if I do that. I cannot do that.
Oh.
I'll wait here all night, young lady.
I don't know how people see me. This is the thing. I only know how I see myself.
How do you see yourself? Let's hear
I
it.
see myself as quite an awkward person.
Awkward? You want to go with
Yeah.
awkward?
Awkward, yeah.
That's
Like,
that's a great answer.
I do things with. I'm not both. I'm not ambidextrous.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Ambidextrous.
I do things with one or the other hand, so I can be quite awkward when I go to pick something up, or I don't quite know what hand is my dominant hand for a certain activity. So like darts, I'll play left-handed, and when I play guitar, I play right-handed, and my life is so confusing.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, and like sometimes if I have to go and talk to someone, I don't really plan it in my head, and I just go, and then I come out with really weird, awkward stuff, and I make the whole situation really bad. So that's how I would describe myself.
Well, that's
I
a
don't
great
know if
answer.
other people see that. That's just how I see it.
No, that's a great answer. I would say for me, the one word to describe me, homeless. I look homeless with my beard. So.
See, I wouldn't say that about anything.
That's what most people think. Homeless, that poor fellow. No. One word. I'll tell you what. I'll be fair. I'll answer this myself about me. One word to describe me. Funny. I would go funny. I don't think I'm funny, but I hear that a lot, so I go, hey, that sounds good. So let's go with funny. I'm gonna go with
I
funny.
think you're funny.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. You're a great character. And you're quite awkward. I'm kidding, but I mean that in such a complimentary way because it's true. I think you're really an awkward, awesome person. There we go. Awesome
Hey.
awkward. Awesome awkward. Hashtag awesome awkward. All right. All right. So you made it. You made it through the questions of torture and awesomeness.
I did it. I'm all right.
You're fine. There's a little blood coming from your nose, but you're okay.
There isn't. There isn't.
Okay, I can't thank you enough for doing this, Joe. I know I know it's probably caught you off guard with the interview request, and the fact that you never did it would probably be a little intimidating. But it's so awesome that you did this for the podcast, and I think it's going to be great. I hope it doesn't skip. I was telling Joe, to the people who are listening, I was there when I recorded this, it kind of skipped a little bit. And so I hope it turned out good. If it didn't, Joe's going to come back and she's going to do another podcast. We're going to be doing one a week. Me and Joe are going to do podcasts one a week until we get this right. So, but no, I'll throw this out there for Joe again. So guys, make sure you check out Joe Stroud on Facebook. That's J-O for Joe, and Stroud, S-T-R-O-U-D, on Facebook, on her fan page. So make sure you guys like that. And go to Etsy also. You can check her out there, and you can order some of her artwork. And also, you don't even worry about Instagram. She doesn't know about it, and neither do I. So just don't even leave her alone on Instagram, people.
I'm on there somewhere. I'm guessing it's just my name. I don't know what my actual name is on there. I'm guessing it's my name.
Joe Stroud 7 exclamation points and hashtag parentheses. I'm kidding. All right. So, Joe, again, thank you so much for doing this, and it's been so fun, and I hope you've had fun. Have you had fun?
I've definitely had fun. It's been brilliant. Thank you.
No, thank you so much, and it's just best of luck in all you do. So, I guess if you want to say bye now from England.
Bye from England.
Thanks, Joe.
This is the exit music for the My Peep Show. This is the exit music for the My Peeps Show. This is the part where they put all the boring stuff, like who produced it, wrote it and such. This is the exit music for the My Peeps Show. This is the exit music. Why are you even still here looking at this stuff?